Please welcome tonight's Master of Ceremony, Jennifer Baker.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to you all to tonight's RegioStars Awards Ceremony 2019. Let's give a big round of applause to our marvellous dancers from Quatre Parallèles. Now, this is the 12th year of the RegioStars Awards, and year on year the participation has been growing. This year the number of applications was almost 200. In fact, it was 199 projects across 5 categories, which certainly gave our esteemed members of the jury some hard work to do in narrowing it down to our awards tonight. Before we get to that, a little bit of housekeeping. We are being web streamed, so hello to everyone at home. If you actually find yourself on the stage, make sure to give them a wave. There is interpretation via headphones into English and French. The headphones are at the door, and when you're leaving, please make sure to put them back out there again. And of course, it's 2019, so of course there's a social media hashtag. You can follow along using the hashtag RegioStars. Now, I am sure you all have one of these in your pocket. Don't turn them off. In fact, get them out, switch them on, and switch on your camera. I love taking selfies. Makes me feel like I'm at the Oscars, and of course this is the Oscars of the European Week of Regions and Cities. So everyone, get them out, get a selfie, see that? And say, RegioStars! Right, all of those on social media, I want us to be trending in Belgium by the end of this evening. Now, as I mentioned, we have 5 categories, as well as a Public Choice Award. But before we get to that, to tell us a little bit more about it and about the whole event, we have Marc Lemaitre, the Director General at the European Commission, who's going to be doing a lot of work for us this evening. Marc, please join me. So, Marc, tell us why you're here.
I thought you would tell me. No, thank you very much, Jennifer. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Commissioners Han, Tyson and Andriukaitis, it is really my great pleasure to welcome you wholeheartedly to this, I think, magnificent hall for our ceremony. And I say magnificent because I have a basis to compare. In fact, this is indeed the 12th edition, as you said, Jennifer. So counting back, the first edition was in 2008, and I had the great pleasure to be in the audience on that occasion. And it definitely was a more modest place, and we also had less imagination, I think, in the categories which were proposed back then, because it was all only about innovative regional projects. And we found back then also, of course, 5 winners. I don't know how many participants there were, but definitely not 200 like this time round. And as you already suggested, I think that the jury's job this year must have been particularly difficult, excruciating. It must have been a painful choice as well, and this is why I would want to suggest immediately that to the 15 members of the jury and to their padrino, who is also the godfather of cohesion policy, at least from the European Parliament's side, Mr. Lambert van Nistelrooy, we would offer a warm round of applause. Now, their difficult task was to indeed select the best project for each of 5 categories. And these 5 categories, I will quickly remind us of, are, I believe, really the closest you can get to our European citizens' preoccupations and priorities of today. And I would also suggest that they do reflect very well the values which are embedded in cohesion policy. First topic, under a smarter Europe, digital transformation. Second topic, under a greener Europe, connecting green, blue and grey. Someone will explain this to me tonight. Third topic, under a more inclusive Europe, combating inequalities and poverty. Fourth topic, under urban development, climate resilient cities. And last but not least, our special prize of this year, under the topic of modernizing health services. And for sure, I shouldn't forget that there will also be a prize of the public, which crosses boundaries. No topics for that prize. The criteria which have been followed are very solid, very steady over the years. What we have been looking for is particularly resounding impact in local communities, that these projects selected should be transferable, and finally that one should also be able to scale them up to a higher dimension. All of this is meant to do what? Is meant to be a source of learning, be a source of inspiration for all of us, from actors of cohesion policy to actors of cohesion policy. And I anticipate that tonight we will be definitely inspired.
Thank you very much, Mark, and thank you for your encouraging words. This is not the last you've seen of Mark tonight. So we are going to move on to the main event, and that is the awards. And our first category is Smart Growth.
Nominees in the category Smart Growth, promoting digital transformation are RegioStars GR, Digital Library Librarian, Connect Innovation, Open Data in the Stockholm region.
So we've built up the anticipation now. And I would like to invite the three jury members for this category to come on stage and join me to do the honours. Professor Kara Garau, Professor Nikos Komninos, and Professor Claudia Yamu. Please join me. So, there we go. Professor Komninos, tell us a little bit about why the winner of this category was chosen, but not giving away any spoilers. Don't tell us the name yet.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Ladies and gentlemen, I will read a short statement on behalf of the jury on the rationale of this selection. Europe is in a period of momentous change. Across all regions, technological transformations are affecting business activities, work processes, and our way of living. Digital transformation is happening, and very fast. As technological change accelerates, Europe has the possibility to capture new opportunities created by technology, computing, and data science. The winning project in this category does all this. It is a project that harnesses the potential of digital transformation. It opens new opportunities to contribute to a digital and greener Europe. It innovates in terms of digital technology and shows what is possible. It creates new connections beyond borders, and it goes new ways in terms of community building. This is not a business as usual project, but it is an inspiring and innovative model with high market potential. This is why we, the jury, have decided on this first winner. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, to help us do the honours, I would like to invite on stage an MEP and Chair of the Regio Committee in the European Parliament, Mr. Jonas Omaji. Thank you, Jonas. Would you like to say a few words?
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I am French, and I am speaking English as a French. So I will speak in French. I think it's better for everybody here. Je suis vraiment très content.
I'm very pleased to be here after a day filled with official meetings, with people who weren't smiling quite as much as they are now here. But this week has been a really great week. I can feel the energy, and it's an energy that's working in favor of the cohesion policy that we're all working in favor of. I'm very happy to be here to award this RegioStar award. Through these awards, we were awarding what cohesion policy funding and regional policy funding is behind. Looking at the new green and blue economy, the fight against poverty, and what we can do for health. And we need, more than ever before, to give what we do greater visibility. I just want to underline how many young people and startups and really innovative companies we have here in Europe. And they are going to prepare the European Union for the future, and that will be a future that we want, competitive and looking towards the challenges we face. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to keep you waiting one more moment while I tell the winners. If you hear your name announced tonight and you see it up in lights, we want you on this stage. Come straight up so we can give you a big warm welcome. And with that, Jonas, let me move you over here, and Nico's hand over the envelope and reveal, please, reveal the name.
And now in English. And the winner in category Smart Growth, Promoting Digital Transformation is Energy Sales Growth. Congratulations.
Pose for the photographs, Mark.
Yes, it's for you. It's not mine. Yes, it's for you.
Bravo! Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, members of the jury. Now, Yuri, before I let you go, tell us, how are you feeling? Can you sum it up in 30 seconds?
40 seconds. I'm not sure. I'm very happy. I think not only me, it's the total team in the Grand region. And best wishes to the Grand region to this evening. And yes, we are very glad. And I think with this award, we have a very good start with our next project. Thank you very much to the jury.
Thank you, and well done again.
Thank you.
And we are now going to take a closer look at the project as we have a video.
L'année dernière, l'imprimerie de M a participé à un projet de développement d'un réseau transfrontalier d'énergie renouvelable, ce qui n'est pas habituel. Le projet Cellule énergétique Grande Région a installé un compteur indigent. Les données enregistrées montrent comment nous utilisons l'énergie. Nous utilisons déjà 100% d'énergie renouvelable, provenant de nos propres panneaux photovoltaïques et de notre fournisseur local. Nous espérons que, comme nous, d'autres ménages et petites entreprises choisissent ces énergies renouvelables.
Renewable energy is helping consumers to protect our climate. To keep power flowing, whatever the weather, Energy Cells GR is thinking big. The project has created a network of cells that balance energy supply and demand in a region spanning France, Belgium, Germany and Luxembourg. Cells harvest power from wind and sun and store any excess for future demand. A state-of-the-art computer in Trier manages the whole network. In such a large region, demand and supply balance out carbon energy that knows no borders.
Category Sustainable Growth, connecting green, blue and grey are Rostama, Corbage, le réseau de chaleur Amiens Énergie, Capture,
And now, for this category, please welcome to the stage our three jury members, Professor Tiberu Constantin Florescu, Assistant Professor Naya Maro, and Dr. Karel van den Berg. Now, Professor Maro, tell us a bit about why this award is so important.
This second category is not about painting in different colors. It is about projects which connect nature, water and human settlements, so the green, blue and grey parts of the planet. While these elements formed a strong symbiosis for many centuries, they are now sometimes perceived as contrasts. Therefore, we were looking for projects which bring these three elements together and create something new, symbiotic and sustainable. Our winner has all these features and is a real innovator in the field. While having a strong positive environmental impact, the project also puts emphasis on the economic viability of a new solution and links it with an important social and educational dimension. The project also went new ways in terms of participation and cooperation. From public authorities to NGOs, from SMEs to international organizations, everyone played a role in creating this unique combination of history and future, of local and global. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, we are impressed by the project's present and future impact on a broad set of social challenges and came to a united decision of this second category.
Thank you. And now, Mark, you do know what it's all about, the green, the blue and the grey. So come please join us on stage again to reveal the winner.
Thank you very much. And indeed, thank you very much for the explanation. So, the winner of the category Connecting Green, Blue and Grey is Cobb Bauge. Regardez ça, Jordan.
It's time for your photo op, ladies.
Congratulations.
Here it's gather forward.
And you can take this, you know, as a proof that you didn't cheat.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, jury members. Before I let you go, Karen, did you think you would win?
Of course we did. We hoped we'd win. We've got an amazing team. We've got 6 partners in the team from northern France to southern UK. 3 of them are here tonight. And yeah, we're overjoyed. And we've got another 4 years of funding through Interreg. And hope to, make it better and better and better as it goes along.
Well, we hope you do as well. Very well done. Congratulations. And let's look again at their video.
La bauge est une technique de construction traditionnelle qui utilise simplement de la terre et des végétaux et les pieds et les mains pour préparer et mettre en œuvre. C'est une technique aujourd'hui intéressante parce qu'elle est finalement assez facile à utiliser, qui nécessite peu d'énergie et émet peu de carbone lors de la construction, fait des maisons confortables à vivre mais qui est difficile à utiliser aujourd'hui du fait qu'elle nécessite un temps de mise en œuvre assez long et qu'elle ne permet pas de respecter les réglementations actuelles de la construction. Alors répondre à ces enjeux, c'était un véritable défi et nous l'avons relevé. Nous avons scientifiquement prouvé que cette technique traditionnelle utilisant les ressources locales nous permettait de répondre aux exigences actuelles de la construction et la réalisation de ce bâtiment test va nous permettre de les valider in situ.
Scientists in the Cobb Bauge project are updating production methods and training over 500 builders to bring cob into the 21st century. They have identified the best earth and plant mixtures and developed quickly manufactured formwork for speedy construction. The new walls meet insulation regulations, resist all weathers and are healthy to live in. According to the project, the houses could produce 38% less CO2 compared to traditional houses over their life cycle. In 10 years' time, researchers say cob houses could be cheaper than similar passive houses whilst keeping local pride and tradition alive.
Category Inclusive Growth, Combating Inequalities and Poverty are EUMIT. WISE Project. Jacob Access. Prevention of homelessness. Good support.
And now, please welcome to the stage our judges for the Inclusive Growth Award. Associate Professor Julien Damont cannot be with us this evening, but we do have Dr. Shaba Jelenik and Assistant Professor Simone Tumelolo. So, Professor Tumelolo, without naming any names again, please explain to the audience what it was that made the winner of this category stand out from all the rest.
I will do. So these are times of growing inequalities and persistent poverty. And in these times, fighting them is a common challenge of the European Union. Indeed, cohesion policy and other EU programs have been doing this for some decades now. And the projects in this edition of the awards show that much has been done and that investing in fighting discriminations is always an excellent idea. In this category, we have seen many good and important projects. In fact, all of the applicants will have deserved the prize for their contribution to the society. And these 5 finalists, guys, great job. But after long discussions, we have taken the decision to award one really outstanding project. Our winner is a one-stop shop for care and services for the most vulnerable, for the socially excluded and for persons at risk of exclusion. It focuses on the integration of digital technologies into care services, resulting into a new framework of inclusion, local solidarity and innovation. It demonstrates true excellence in the leveraging of care services at the neighborhood level. It is a project with great potential for transferability to other parts of Europe. Together with my colleagues in this category, Julien Damont, who's here, and Shaba Jelenik, we have taken it tough, but we hope for decision. I'm so jealous I don't get to say who the winner is.
I'm afraid you don't. In fact, Jonas, please, you are going to do the honours, but you do get to hand over the envelope.
Yes.
Okay.
And the winner in category Inclusive Growth, Combating Inequality and Poverty is Good Support.
Congratulations, a lot of fans in the audience tonight. Please come here for your photo. Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, judges. Now, before you go, Arkadiusz, what is it that makes your project so very special?
It's very special because it's for everyone. And it's we make a project with on Earth because we join 3 different worlds: Catholic Church organization, West Pomerania Voivodeship, and non-governmental organization. And it is for everyone because for us, borders doesn't exist.
As a president of West Pomerania region, I'm very proud that we have such a sensitive, great open society and that we have such a great partners which are so creative to invent such new modern tools just to do what we want to do good. So thank you very much. And my second thing is that I know that Mark Lemaitre have today the birthday. All the best, Mark. Was my private wishes, but I think that everybody have to join this.
Thank you. Bravo. And cue the video.
Jak byłem pełnosprawny, no to byłem aktywny bardzo, no a teraz no, po wypadku, no to moja aktywność zniknęła. No. Do pewnego czasu przyjaciele i bliscy chcieli pomagać, ale to z czasem mija, no, ta chęć ich mija. Ale no tutaj dzięki programowi to ja jestem coraz bardziej aktywny. Bo...
Uważam, że osoba z niepełnosprawnością jak najbardziej może liczyć na sąsiadów, ludzie chętnie pomagają. Czasem jest tylko problem z tym, aby dowiedzieć się o tych potrzebach, o tych osobach, że one takie potrzeby mają. Brałem udział w szkoleniu przeprowadzonym w ramach projektu przez panią pielęgniarkę, co w sumie tylko podwyższyło jeszcze moje kwalifikacje i wiedzę.
More than 1 out of 10 residents in Poland's West Pomeranian province struggle with everyday activities. Now a website and peer-to-peer mobile application is connecting them with people who can help. Support is just a click away. The app displays the location of nearby carers and tracks any services that are delivered. As well as digital solutions and training, the project will refurbish 20 apartments in different cities to improve the comfort of underprivileged residents, transforming their quality of life.
Nominees in the category Urban Development, Building Climate Resilient Cities are City Walk, Climate Active Neighbourhoods, CAN, Ranta, Living Labs Brussels Retrofit, Soul E.
And now, to present the fourth award of the night in the category of Urban Development, please welcome our judges, Professor Maria Attard, Dr. Julia Nagy and Dr. Marco Putz. Please join me. So, Professor Attard, it falls to you to talk us through the reasoning behind selecting your winner.
Thank you. Climate change is one of today's most pressing challenges. It affects everyone, but can have particularly strong impacts on our cities. Our cities, towns, and agglomerations need to get fit for a future with a different climate. They need to adapt and become more resilient. Mitigation and adaptation must go hand in hand if we want to be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, the major innovation of this project lies in its neighbourhood-based approach to climate action. we witnessed the emerging of a new governance model, which has served as an inspiration for many other cities. While taking action at the very local level, the project also has a strong international dimension and is supported by a sustainable network of stakeholders. First results are very promising, with over 1,100 households benefiting from the investment. Finally, the project is very strong in empowering local communities who not only feel energy savings in their pockets, but also form civic movement for climate action at the local level. We, the jury, have come to a very clear decision about our winner.
Okay, now, Mark, we need you again. I hope this is like a present for you, coming up and down every few minutes. Please, do the honours.
Thank you very much for your... Do I need to confirm?
Dun, dun,
yes,
dun.
it's much better than an average birthday, I can tell you. In the category Urban Development, Building Climate Resilient Cities, the winner is Climate Active Neighborhoods.
Well done. Let's put our winners in the middle.
You forgot the most important. Who shall carry the weight?
And should we get thrown in? Photograph time. Thank you, Mark. Thank you to the jury. Now, Jenny Clare, tell me again, sum it up. What does this award mean to you, and what does it mean to the project?
First, I feel very honored. So I would like to thank you on behalf of the Transnational CAN team. And what does it mean? Well, it's wonderful to receive recognition outside of the project, so it means a lot. So thank you very much.
Bravo. Well done. Thank you. And you know how this works. Let's see a clip of the winning video.
Le conseiller mesure la consommation en eau et en électricité des différents équipements et il montre comment on peut consommer moins. Le conseiller installe des équipements qui nous laissent, qui permettent d'avoir moins de pression au robinet ou de moins consommer au niveau du frigo, par exemple. Ces visites-là, ça permet de vivre son logement différemment, de mieux le connaître et de mieux l'utiliser. J'ai appris par exemple que tirer les rideaux le soir, ça permet d'économiser énormément de chauffage. Je ne m'en rendais pas compte. Grâce au conseil de Florent, je suis convaincue que je vais économiser pas mal d'argent sur l'année et ça permet de faire aussi un geste pour la planète.
This visit in the French town of Brest is just one of many activities in the 9 regions taking part in the Climate Active Neighbourhoods project. Under the umbrella of the Climate Network, towns and regions are empowering people in low-income neighbourhoods to make buildings more energy efficient and to tackle energy poverty. Home visits, neighbourhood outreach and citizen initiatives have helped over 1,300 households cut bills and save over 500 tons of greenhouse gases every year. Local authorities and an online guide are spreading the best ideas to increase access to sustainable energy.
category Topic of the Year, Modernising Health Services, are EMED, Cross-Border Community Paramedic Project, Ulu Sote Labs, Epic Asthma Policy Academy,
Now, this category, as you've seen, is a special topic just for this year. Our judges have looked at all the nominees in the Modernising Health Services and have come to their decision. So please welcome, to share that with us, Dr. Daniela Kohler, Professor Marita Perala-Heap and Professor Peter Ross. Thank you. So, Professor Perala-Heap, what led you to your ultimate decision?
We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, the goal of this category is to focus on innovative projects which help to modernize health services and bring new approaches to the field. The winner is taking innovation in healthcare to a next level. It improves skills of the healthcare professionals to ensure the patient safety and a high quality of care. More than that, through the European funding, this project is able to create innovative solutions of global significance. To achieve this, this project has established a unique multi-partner medtech ecosystem, bringing together healthcare professionals, providers, academia, engineers, and industry. It creates much needed synergies between scientists and universities, technology startups and medtech corporates, and healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, and hospital staff. Overall, this project, in our opinion, marks a milestone in innovative medical technologies for minimally invasive and robotic surgery.
Okay, I think now we're encompassing a lot there, but we're going to need the help of our MEP again. Jonas, come back up and join us on stage. The envelope, please.
The winner in category Topic of the Year, Modernizing Health Service, is RC Academy. Bravo.
Congratulations. Thank you, judges. Now, Alexander, tell me why you think this special category was so important and why do you think you won?
Well, to be honest, this is a work of many, and I think this is an initiative we took already a while ago, but this proves that public and private initiative can lead to something special, and this should only be the beginning of a story, not the end of a story. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. And of course, we have a video.
When I first arrived, I thought that it was a kind of a brand new hospital or even a futuristic laboratory. Indeed, I have to say that Orsi Academy is a combination of both things. Orsi Academy is a new training center for robotic surgery skills. I traveled from Italy, exactly Milan, because I think that robotic surgery. When I'll be back home, I think that with my training I'll be able to improve the quality of care of patients and also, ideally, to take the next step of my career.
This kind of technology is expensive and difficult to access, but it's the future of medicine. Orsi Academy offers a campus for people who wouldn't normally be able to experiment with such state-of-the-art equipment. Local startups and global medtech companies learn alongside medical practitioners and university students. Even the building is innovative. A near-zero energy building, cost-effective and operational since 2018. By teaching life-saving skills, the centre is boosting local growth and jobs, with impacts stretching far beyond the borders of the region.
Now, this is a mystery, and this is the third year of the Public Choice Award to allow all the citizens all across Europe to have a say. And well done, some 235,000 of you voted online. That was a great turnout, and you certainly kept us guessing right up to the last minute. We really didn't know who was going to be the winner, and it was an extremely tight race to narrow it down to 24 finalists from a huge choice of 199 projects from 5 categories, each of them showcasing excellence, innovation and inspiring outcomes of cohesion policy across all the EU member states. As I said, we really didn't know who was going to win, so I'm sure that you, like me, are very curious to find out where our fantastic trophy has magically reappeared. To join me, to help me do that, I would like to welcome to this stage the Honorary Chair of the RegioStars 2019 jury, Lambert van Nistelrooy. Would you like to say a few words before doing the needful?
Of course, because being the jury president with such a wonderful jury, I want to express they did a great job, but it was not a hard job for me. Thank you. The second thing I wanted to say, this prize is especially about outreaching to the citizens. And what we do our projects for is especially this combination, this communication. And here, with all the prize winners, of course, this public prize is special because this choice is coming from beyond, where people make their choice. And you will see very soon that there are a lot of European projects running that are tangible, that we can feel, that are so close to people, and maybe we have to communicate better What I once said is, let the stars shine, not European bureaucracy stars, Marc Lemaitre today, especially with his birthday, but the projects that fulfill the European goals. And, let me say this also, closing, to show it after a couple of years, because if a project is closed, the communication sometimes closes, but structural funds work through in 4 or 5 or 6 years. And there we should follow the projects and follow our careers that we can give probably to young people and startups. So follow, not follow the money, but follow the results. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, there can be only one winner, as much as everybody taking part is a winner, but there's one name on that envelope.
And the winner of the Public Choice Award tonight is City Walk Project. I give it to the three of you at once. Can you do it together?
And in case you're wondering, behind you, here we have more of the winners in Hungary. You can see them there. We will come back to you, gentlemen, in a second. But first of all, I'd like to give the floor to our members who are here in the room. Bella, tell us a little bit about why walkability is so important.
Well, happily, Jennifer. But first a question to the audience. I hope most of you arrived here walking. A big yes, please.
Yes.
At least.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a good news. Basically, why walkability is important, that's a question we asked ourselves as well. And walking is the most basic form of human mobility, and most people can do it without any difficulty. And still, lots of people in our cities decide to use huge pieces of metal, we call cars, to move around in cities. What's more, these monsters even pollute the very air we breathe. Not very good, Jennifer. So enter walkability. By improving walkability in our cities, we make them more livable, we make people healthier and fitter, and we make the air cleaner. So it's good for the cities, good for the people, and good for the environment. What's not to like?
Great.
And before I give back the mic, just 2 sentences from my friends, colleagues.
Thank you, Bella. It's heavy. It's really heavy. But here we must not forget 17 partners from 9 states of the Danube regions. They have done really great work. Thank you to all.
Great.
And just look at us.
Yeah.
And don't forget, City Walk is much more than just a project. City Walk is a lifestyle. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Lambert. I would now like to go to Hungary. We have Dr. Ferenc Kovács, the mayor of Nyíregyháza, and David Bartók, who is the manager at Nyíregyháza Industrial Park. Hungary, can you hear us?
Hi, Jennifer. Yes, we can. You heard. I wanted to say thanks for the award because we are very proud of it in the region and in our city. I let David explain more about the project.
Thank you and congratulations. David? David, we understand that walkability is good for our cities, so how can we make a city more walkable? What does a city actually need to do?
Hello. Well, in order for a city to be walkable, there are 4 key conditions. The first one, the walk needs to be useful. The most important places where people go regularly, like the school, the workplace, the shops, the restaurants, the cultural facilities, need to be easily accessible, preferably by walk, of course. The second one, the walk needs to be safe. People only go for a walk if they feel safe. If the crime rate is low and the streets are safe both during the day and during the night. Third, the walk also needs to be comfortable. Wide sidewalks with good quality, smooth surfaces protected from the elements, seating facilities and only pedestrian zones are the key. Just like what we call pedestrian accelerators, reliable, fast and regular public transport and good bikeway network. Four, last but not least, the walk needs to be interesting. People are more likely to go for a walk if the surrounding areas, public spaces and buildings are nice and attractive. If there are lots of green parks, interesting shop windows and outdoor cafes. Nyíregyháza prepared its walkability strategy and started to implement interventions in these 4 areas.
Thank you, David. But what do people think about walkability? I understand that next to you, David, you have Esther Eberhardt, who is living in Nyíregyháza. Hello, Esther. I have a question. Why is it good for you that your city is becoming more walkable?
Hello, Jennifer, and hello, Brussels. Being a student, for me, it's very important to get to most places. For example, to go to school on foot or by bike. The city center of Nyíregyháza is quite walkable, and that is really good because I like hanging around with my friends in the streets when the weather is good. And we have nice parks and benches, even with mobile chargers if someone needs it. I also really like the smart pedestrian crossings with LED lighting because I feel much safer when crossing busy road when it's dark. And I also think that it's cool that the city focuses on walkability because I can see that there are way too many cars in the streets nowadays, and that's why I totally agree with making Nyíregyháza a better place for people.
Thank you very much, Esther. And thank you, Hungary. This is like Eurovision. Thank you, Hungary. Have a wonderful night of celebrations, and let's give our winners another big round of applause. Thank you, gentlemen. And we're almost at the end, but I think it's time to welcome back the birthday boy to give him another chance to say a few words. Mark?
Sure. Well, thank you very much, Jennifer. So I should try to demonstrate that I'm a grown-up by now, I guess. Well, I'd like to share with you the one feeling which invaded me tonight. And it is, it has nothing to do with my birthday, but it is a feeling of genuine pride. Pride at what you, the real actors and implementers of cohesion policy on the ground, are making of cohesion policy. What you are making of it is showing the path to the future for Europe. You did not wait for climate marches to think about sustainability. We have seen across all those projects dimensions of sustainability. You have not waited, I think, for the European Commission to say we need to think digital. You are embracing digital technologies. But I want to generalize a bit. I have felt also very proud because I think that what we have seen tonight is in fact what Europe is all about and what the pillars it is built on. We have seen obviously competition, because this is a competition among worthy, all of them undoubtedly very worthy projects, and someone had to win this. We have seen implicitly, and I assume many of you noticed, a lot of cooperation. A lot of those projects where actors from different member states were putting their grey cells together in order to bring us all forward. And of course we have seen the best of cohesion policy. And what is cohesion policy? Solidarity. Does that ring any bell to you? Well, it does to me. I remember, I think, a very powerful formula used by former President of the European Commission, Jacques Delors, who said that Europe is built on 3 pillars. Competition, that stimulates, and you have shown that you are stimulating. Cooperation, that strengthens, and solidarity that unites. So tonight I feel proud because I have seen in front of my eyes that cohesion policy contributes to a united Europe. So thank you very much for all that, and please continue.
Thank you, Mark. And of course, thank you to everyone who has made tonight such a success. The winners, the applicants, the audience, both here and at home, and of course, everybody who voted, all 235,000 of you. I am proud to announce that we have now come to the end of the RegioStars Awards Ceremony 2019. But don't leave just yet, we've one last surprise.
Please give a warm round of applause to the choir of the Schengen Lyceum in Luxembourg. Now all finalists, winners and jury members are invited on stage for a group photo. And everyone is invited to the RegioStars reception at the Agora.